Hello, everybody. Welcome to Going Nuts with Glenn and Gracie. I'm Glenn the Baker.
I'm Gracie the comedian.
We're back. We're back after our little hiatus.
First show.
And first show back. First show of 2023. And we've got some great guests. We've been doing this for 2 years now. 2 years this month. And our very first guest is our guest today, Miss Exetta Harris, everybody.
That's right. First time we had her on, it was a Zoom.
She Zoom from New York.
Right.
And
Zoom
now,
from New York.
And now you're here live, and you're here with none other than your son, Robin Harris Jr.
What it is, what it do.
Recording artist, Robin Harris Jr. I was listening to some of your stuff. You have a new single out. It's called Sacrifices.
Yes.
It's about hard work. I'm going to start this with a little question. What are some of the sacrifices you've had to make to sustain your recording career, to be an artist?
Man, a lot of sacrifices. Sacrificing, fun at times. Sacrificing sleep sometimes, a lot of times, especially today. But sacrificing, just going in my own path, which is like, it takes a lot out of you, but you got to do it to get to where you want to go.
Yeah, everyone knows that the artist's life is full of nothing but sacrifices. Gracie's a comedian. I'm a pastry chef. I was working in, the restaurant industry for 15 years. A lot of sacrifices there. You're working every weekend, working every holiday, but it's all for the art, for the love of it. I bake edibles now, so that's what this is here. Oh, wow. I want to show off my 35 milligram chocolate chip cookies right here. At any time, if you want to indulge, please go right ahead.
I don't want to be too kazoo.
It
is great.
You can take one to go too, for another day.
Yeah.
We've got regular candy here too, but thanks for being here.
Thank y'all for having us.
And I'm a big music buff. Did you guys watch the Grammys by any chance?
Of course.
Yeah.
I don't know who was
I kind of watched
but
exactly. I kind of watched it twice. I started watching it and I was like dozing off, and then it came on again. I said, okay, now let me watch it again.
And when it came on again, I'm like, what the hell? Why is this coming back on?
I wanted to know what was going on with all the trash bags on the people's shoulders. With all the dresses, with these big poofy Adele, Lizzo, everybody, these big giant puffy things, and then Jill Biden came out and she looked like she had aluminum foil on. She looked like a hot dog at Costco.
She was elegant.
And who was the girl that kept on showing? She was like dancing around. She had this blonde hair, and they kept on bringing the camera to her. And I think
the audience?
Yeah, no, she was in the audience, but I don't know. She must be an artist. I think I looked at her. What was that? What did she's blonde hair. I just showed you, and I said, what was her name?
Doja Cat?
Yeah.
Doja Cat.
Yeah. I think they kept on showing.
I don't know. I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention.
I was looking at the fashion right now because I go, because he kept on talking about these. Plastic. What's this plastic he's talking about? So when I went in there, I go, oh, there's that girl that they kept on showing. But they just kept on this. She looked like she was all drunk, and her hair was blonde and wild, and she was just like, and I'm thinking, who in the hell is this girl?
She was nominated, wasn't she, in one category?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think she was nominated.
I think she was nominated for the song she did with my little brother, Post Malone.
Oh, okay. Because everyone says he looks like Post Malone.
I had a girl come up to me. She's a Korean girl. She had a little accent. Couldn't understand what she was saying. She's saying, "You look like the Malone Man." I'm like, Malone Man? And then she says, the rapper. And I'm like, oh my God, really? And I was like, that's kind of cool, I guess.
Well, we all have someone that we look like.
You know that we all have like at least 2 people in the world that look like exactly like us. That's,
Oh, wow.
that's what the like science or statistics say, that we have 2 people out there in the world that look exactly like you.
Wow.
Wow.
That's deep.
I know. Wow.
I've encountered that many times since.
Twins.
So okay, the Grammys. Okay, so Robin, you're a hip hop artist,
Yeah.
and there was a moment where they did 50 year tribute
Yeah.
to hip hop. Did you get to watch that?
I like got a few clips of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try not to watch the Grammys too much, to be honest. I'll see
But it was the best thing.
every year. It's the best thing. But no, I got to see Kendrick Lamar's speech.
His speech.
Which was I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But 50 years of hip hop is that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Let's
it
go.
was that long.
Yeah.
Well,
And
neither
see-
did I, but I remember when rap first began, there was no category. And
Mm-hmm.
rappers, the rap community protested.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't included in the ceremony. So
Yeah, it was the category that they showed during the commercials, or they would
Yeah.
say, during commercial break we gave out these awards.
Yeah.
And I think the first televised one was the year I think Will Smith won, something like that.
Oh,
I think,
probably.
Yeah, it was
probably.
the year that he won for Parents Just Don't Understand, or whatever song he had. That was the first televised Grammys. But yeah, I loved it. It started off a little weird, and then seeing like Run DMC perform, and then Public Enemy, and then it got into like, I guess, the late 90s or early 2000s, and I was like, okay, I don't know who that is.
Oh, that's funny.
And Buster.
Oh, Buster Rhymes. I mean,
Buster Rhymes.
Oh my gosh,
God.
I was his talent escort one time.
Really?
Yes, and he goes, "I like your boots."
Gracie's a boot lady.
Yeah,
She's, shoe
That's
lady.
true.
She has a whole room full of shoes. It's just for shoes.
I need to organize it right, and I haven't been doing it. And since the man has to go underneath my bed, underneath the house, guess where it's at? Where my shoes are. So I have to get all my shoes out of the closet.
Oh
so
my God.
Now I have a project to do.
But Buster Rhymes complimented your boots.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But Grammys, it was cool. It was a nice little ceremony.
Yeah, it was. I thought so.
I like that they had women. They put the women on the
Yeah.
on the 50th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope.
Instead of just having men, it was just they added the women.
They
which was-
can't outmit them. I mean, they were actually, there are far more women who were not included in that segment.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
was.
One was actually the announcer for the evening.
Which one?
Who was you said the announcer?
Yeah.
Who?
Who?
Only one that I'm thinking.
Because
Queen Latifah?
No, Queen Latifah.
Was it MC Light?
That's what I was about to say. MC Light.
MC Light announces a lot of
I was about to
the
say.
like the Oscars, or her voice is on there.
Yeah.
So was she the voice on the Grammys?
I believe she was.
Why wasn't she on stage? I mean, she
That's her
belonged on
moment.
stage.
That's her moment right there.
Oh,
That's a good question.
yeah, she belonged on stage. Let's see, Roxanne Shante. Who else?
I don't know who that is. I only knew
Roxanne Shante. She was like one of the original female rappers.
She was before Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
She was one of the.
MC Light was before Salt and Pepper. And who else? There was quite a few that were. But
And Latifah.
Salt and Pepper were the ones who made it gold and platinum.
Yeah.
The
yeah. first
female
Yeah, that was the first.
that we know of.
Right. I mean, yeah, because that was a huge hit. I mean, Push It was like crossover, big hit. I forgot what I was gonna say right now, but I had one of these cookies earlier.
We see your bites.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder's that Stevie Wonder. What'd you think about the Stevie Wonder?
Oh, that was
I actually
awesome.
missed that. But I heard that was one of the best parts
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah,
Smokey Robinson came out.
That Smokey Robinson came and sang.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
82 years old. There, yeah.
Yeah, he's old.
Wow.
I was his talent escort at one time too.
Did you compliment your shoes?
I just followed him around, and all he was doing was he was like golfing, so he was like walking around with a golf club and doing that golf hitting around.
Oh my God!
I know. I don't realize how many people I've actually was their talent escort until you guys said, "Wait a minute."
Well, Gracie, that's a book. Talent escort.
I'm gonna tell you, a friend of mine that was a talent escort wrote a book.
Really?
He did write a book. So there is a book out there. I actually bought.
You gotta tell your story.
Yeah.
Somebody might need to hear it.
Yeah.
Too late now.
Especially those up and coming talent escorts.
Yeah. the how to, you know, like the ins and outs.
This guy wrote a book, and he even wrote down how he snuck into the parties and all that stuff. He wrote all about it. He was even on ET and all that, promoting his book a few years ago. Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm thinking, oh, that's how you did all that stuff.
Now,
makes sense.
Because we're trying to figure out, how did he always go to a party? How's he always getting into the parties? No, I know how he did that.
you've done a couple Grammys too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a couple Grammys.
And Oscars.
And Oscars. Oh, remember we were on the stage of the Grammys once.
Really?
We were seat fillers, Ed. We weren't talent escort, but we seat fillers. And I actually got Paul McCartney's guitar pick. It has his name on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny because the girl in front of me was asking. She asked the guy for his guitar pick, and he gave it to her. And I go, "Oh shit, that's a great idea. Do you have another one?" He goes, "No, man, I'm all down." And then later he went like this, and he went like this, and he handed it to me. All secret. So then when I went to another show that I was working on, and I was somebody on Santana's. Carlos Santana's, one of the band members, I was one of their talent escorts. So I asked this guy that was next to me, because I saw that he was going up there, you know, one of the sound guys. Yeah. And I said, "Hey, does he have any guitar picks with his name on it?" He goes, "Yeah," and I got 2 of his. I gave one to my uncle because he likes, and I gave it to him for a birthday present. Yeah. But yeah, so then I thought, gosh, all these award shows I go to, I'm gonna start asking for their guitar picks.
And put it in your book.
But I only got 2. But I do have like a shitload of credentials.
I got to go to one show. She brought me along, and yeah, we sat on the stage because they wanted like a background. So they wanted, you know, the acts in the front and then people in the back, you know, dancing pretty much. And that was us. But it was 2 stages. It was stage left and right. And whenever our stage wasn't performing, they would just close us off. So we were just kind of sitting there listening to the show, not watching it. And she's like all apologizing to me. "I'm sorry, I've got these horrible seats." And I'm like, "No, we're on stage. Come on." But,
yeah, that was fun. And then one time, Exetta, did we go to, what was the award we went to? The BET Awards, wasn't it?
Which one?
There's so many.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think one of us.
Is that the one we went to at
Shrine?
The Shrine Auditorium? Yeah. But was that a seat filler one?
No.
We just went to that.
No, I had tickets to that.
You had tickets to that.
Or was it?
Me, you, and Lisa went.
Yeah. I got tickets to that, yeah.
I remember that, but ask me who performed that night, I have no clue.
Oh, yeah, me either. I don't know either.
I just remember we went.
We went. I know, because there's a lot of places we go to. I mean, now that I'm older and I start thinking back, I'm like, I forget a lot of shit.
Yeah.
How did you 2 meet?
Working.
Work
together. Yeah.
We worked at LEI for years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The fashion industry.
Yeah, we work in the fashion industry. So we know fashion a year before it's even out.
That's right. The colors, the styles.
Yes. All that bullshit.
So, what was your impression of the fashion at the Grammys? I mean, coming from 2 fashion gurus.
You know, I didn't even think of any of that. You know what? I actually watched the Grammys on a fluke. Because I was taking a nap and just happened to wake up. And the commercial was on and it said, "Up next, the Grammys, here on Channel 2. And I'm like, the Grammys? And you know, I live on the East Coast, so I do everything 3 hours ahead of the West Coast. And I'm thinking to myself, that it's only 5 o'clock. Going on 5 o'clock. And then it dawned on me, oh yeah, I guess they're going to do it in real time. It's 5 o'clock. He going on 5 o'clock and on the West Coast, going on 8 o'clock on the East Coast. So they ran it simultaneously. I'm like, good. Then I don't have to look at my Twitter feed and everyone spoiling it for me.
Oh, I know. And you were performing something, and it was a Zoom. And I go, oh, I want to watch it. And in my head, it was 7 o'clock. But it was 7 o'clock your mom's time. And I realized it's 7, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, exactly. I thought, and then I told them, oh shit, I missed it because I was doing the wrong time.
Yeah, that East Coast, West Coast, Central Time, you can get all screwed up.
Yeah, because it's like, I can't call. It's too late. You know.
Yeah.
It's too early.
It's too early. It's too late.
We have a friend in Hawaii, and their time is before us, and that's hard to like figure out.
Hawaii is behind.
Yeah, behind us.
Behind.
So
3 hours behind.
Yeah, so it's 6 o'clock. It's there 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
We did this. We haven't put it out on YouTube yet, but we did a play on Zoom.
On Zoom.
And there's one character that he lives in New Mexico. There's characters that live here. The guy who put it together lives in Hawaii. Our director lives in Hawaii. We did this whole Zoom thing. Yeah. But Glenn hasn't had the time to actually put it together so we can put it on our channel. Because there's a lot of editing that has to be done.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I don't know what the hell I put myself in. I mean, look, you know that the creative process is, it's beautiful, but it could be so painful and hard. And okay, you were at the studio all day today. Yeah. What are like some of the things that, your headset that you get, what kind of headset are you in? Or mindset?
In the studio with me, we definitely gonna have fun. Like, the vibes are there, but it's like, it's work too. Mm-hmm. I like to really work with the artist or producer or whoever I'm working with in those sessions directly. I don't really like too many people in there because not everybody can vibe like that and create great music. But for me, I'll just try to go in there and just create something that's different, for one, and something that just keeps you moving. Because if I don't move like this the whole time, I'm not fine. Like, next.
I'm taking notes because he's gonna take me on a couple of days for a session. If he doesn't, I'm gonna pay attention to if you're moving or if you're not.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna set the vibe. It's on you to just take it home. If I don't like it, I'm gonna say that ain't it. So.
And of course, what you're referring to is, Exetta, you have a wonderful voice. We've heard you sing before. You gave us a CD of yours before, and you sang at her daughter's wedding. Anyhow, you're a great singer. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. Have you guys collaborated?
Yeah, a few times. Like in a few projects you've been on, we got some stuff in the works now. I'm not gonna go too in depth into it, but my mom over here blessing the track.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you said what you said because I've been trying to get her to put out an EP forever. And she's like, I'll do it, but she's taking time,
Yeah.
It's difficult when I moved to the East Coast. He wasn't the producer that he is now.
I mean, I'm just...
And then when we do get together, we're in.
Come here.
He's been to New York. We've been into the studio once, but we took my grandchildren with us, who actually got on the tracks.
Yeah.
And then when we visit my oldest son, we're just relaxing. So I'm here, and I just, I asked him yesterday if we could try to lay down a couple of tracks before I leave, and
I'll make it happen.
Cool. And then I'm following you on Instagram, and I encourage everyone to follow Robin Harris Jr. on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah. Please run the TikTok. I know the TikTok. It's a whole other world on TikTok.
Isn't it?
I was like, what is this? This is crazy. I got little kids coming at me good and bad comments. But I'm starting to like it. I'm also learning stuff from TikTok that I never knew.
Maybe your niece and nephew could be your assistants.
I don't think they need to be on TikTok.
Isn't it crazy? I collaborated with another comic, and we did it's called, if you go on TikTok and you just type in Secret Sauce Karen, I pop up. 2.7 million.
Wow, that's viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that viral?
That's crazy, yeah.
2.8 million. I'm out there. There's a crazy.
In the millions.
Millions. Can you
That
believe
means you
that?
have been seen. That's what you want. That's dope.
But it's not. I mean, I have a wig on. You don't even know it's me.
She's playing like a Latina Karen, right?
Yeah.
And she's, I mean,
It's fine. I don't have
it's a
an accent.
Karen. I mean, you're gonna get mad at her. And I told her, I said, are you sure you want to do this? You know, I'm glad you're wearing a wig because somebody recognizes you, they might want to beat you up or something.
That's funny.
I mean, one of the videos is messed up. I mean, you can hear people going, "Oh my God, I can't believe she did that."
There was one where he's proposing at the Mexican market, Northgate. So he wanted it was by the cashier because he thought, people were in line. I said, no, let's do by the meat market, the meat section.
You know, where you pick up the
Where
meat.
you pick up the meat, right? And there was a bunch of beers, the Modelo. So I got that red basket. I had a bunch of Modelos in there. I put a Modelo. I'm holding a Modelo, and I said, I pulled a ticket. And we don't even know what we're going to do. It's just like, okay, well, how am I going to interrupt these people? They're getting married. So, I mean, he's on his knees proposing to her, and then I go, excuse me, did you call my number? Did you call my number? So I'm interrupting them by calling my number, and then my daughter goes, and then I said, why are you on the meat aisle? Should you be in the rice aisle? And my daughter goes, Mom, that's racist. You could have said that. We're going to get in trouble for saying that.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. I know it's fake, but people are watching it. They think it's real.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
because people keep on going back and saying, is it real, is it fake? But if you look on his page, Vince Royale's page, it says pranks, sketches, and it says,
Hashtag pranks. I think
Yeah.
it says.
So-
Some people don't pay attention to
Yeah.
that.
No.
I'm like, this must be real.
yeah,
What's going on?
they keep on looking at him, and it's funny because he reads all the comments. And I was reading some. There's like tons of comments. So something I'll go back and read it, and I say, "Oh, that's not bad." They're not saying that she says it's fake, but they're not saying she's a bad actress.
That's right.
They believe it. I must be seeing something right.
So go check that out. Vince Royale's Instagram page.
No, TikTok.
Or TikTok page.
TikTok.
Vince Royale.
And then we did when I was a stripper. He goes, first, it says, the first guy at the strip club. And I come in with one of those grandma robes. And I have on my head.
Yeah.
And I have a walker. And they're playing, he goes, Violet, Lavender. He called me Lavender. Because I figured Lavender's a good name for an old lady with it. I'm going like this with the walker. Going on stage with the walker. So I'm dancing like that with the walker. And I had went to Dee Dee's and bought some big underwear. So I'm dancing like that, and I went like this and grabbed my underwear, and I threw them at his face. Big old ladies' underwears. Oh my gosh.
It says something like hashtag when you go too early to the strip club or something like that.
Yeah.
That's actually funny.
Oh man. Yeah, you gotta check that out.
Yeah, those are
And
crazy.
then well yeah, I mean I wanna hear that collaboration. That's gonna be fun to hear. But I was mentioning TikTok, or I don't know if it was Instagram, you were doing a track where you sampled some of your dad's stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you put that over it.
Yeah.
Tell me about that little process.
I like sampling a lot. So a lot of times in the studio, we need inspiration. I feel like different artists, producers do whatever to get in their zone. I like to listen to a lot of comedy if I'm not watching sports. And I just happen to be listening to my dad and going through sounds, and I was like, I feel like this would go crazy. So I pieced it together, and it was just a vibe. And I was like, I feel like he would say something over this type of music. So, yeah, I've done it with Dave Chappelle. I'm a big fan of the Boondocks, the cartoon. So I have a ton of those. Or just funny interviews or something, whatever I feel like I could use. But my dad in that moment, that was just in the moment,
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool to listen to.
I remember hearing your first song that you wrote about your dad.
Yeah.
It was your mom. We went.
I was like, what, 11?
Yeah.
I didn't even have none of this.
Yeah.
But he knew he was gonna be big.
I'm trying.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. I remember that.
I wish I knew that song, or if I could find the song.
Every day?
No, that's not the song about my dad. It's a different. I don't even remember the name of it, to be honest. It was from the movie, right?
Yeah, the movie, the tribute to him, right?
Yeah, the documentary.
Yeah.
That was every day.
I don't remember. I got other songs. So I might be thinking a different song. I got over 1,000 songs. So.
Well,
wow.
This was number 1 or 2.
You first started. You were a little kid.
I've done about 1,000 since
then.
Oh gosh. Wow.
And look, everybody, you've got over 1,000 songs, and a lot of it you can hear right now on Spotify. Yeah. All right, so when you're done listening to Going Nuts with Glenn and Gracie on Spotify, look up Robin Harris Jr. and check out those tracks. You've got a new track on there called Sacrifices. I was listening to today. It's a dope track.
Appreciate it.
Everybody go check that out. Go follow all the social media. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Say you gon' be somebody. My mama used to say you gon' be somebody, but you gotta work for it. I'm counting on you, so I just work for it. I'm counting on you. Yeah, I'm locked in. I found magic. I cut distractions, I'm working on my habits. But lately I've been on my rapper shit. I lost an old flame when it got a better chick.